Committees, the Subcommittee on Human Rights, represented by its chairwoman, Mrs. Hautala.
The safety of humanitarian workers was already discussed, but I would like to ask Madam Jeleva about how to find more protection to basic human rights of those large numbers of people who have to live in camps as internally displaced. So what kind of a program would you have to highlight their basic fundamental human rights? And would you see training, systematic training of people working in those camps as a part of that program?
Madame Jeleva, vous avez la parole.
Mrs. Jeleva.
I see your idea of training in the camps, within the camps for internally displaced persons is very important and useful. I would say we have to avoid for these persons living sometimes in many cases for a very long period in camps, to avoid pressure on them to be repatriated again to their own countries or even to their own regions and homes. It must be voluntary, and I would say we can use trainings but also courses to teach them about their human rights, about so the law they can rely on.
Madame Hautala, est-ce que vous avez un follow-up?
Mrs. Hautala, you have a follow-up?
Briefly, Madam Chairwoman, would you see that guaranteeing women's basic human rights is a specific challenge in this connection? And would you have some ideas on how to secure them?
Reading the briefings about this hearing, I read a very important phrase, that women in these countries, and especially in war conflicts, they are actually the motor, they are the factor for the change. And I would say, especially in cases of violence against women and girls, we have to be very active and proactive. So teaching them about also their rights and also giving them really psychological and social help and support. Because it is very difficult to talk to the victims of sexual violence and to get them back to the real life and to the reality and to their previous life.
Alors, nous sommes